everybody, it's Matt here from OK Aussie. It is Saturday the 25th of January and it is currently 4:13 p.m. Dyan has just started to subdue and is going into seizures. It's going to support and protect. Hot pack is off. Now she has been going quiet over the last 5 minutes. We were expecting neurological activity, 36.3, got a sensory reaction. Okay, so 36.5, she's not febrile temperature. Turning the air conditioner off for a moment. She's responding to cold. External temperature is 28 degrees here in Perth. Room temperature is 23.3 degrees inside. So she's not running a febrile seizure. Now she has had migraines to start the morning off. So she responded to rizatriptane wafers and the migraine started to recede over a period of time. She has had disruptive sleep during the night. We've been very early wake up. We've had very warm days here in Perth. And she's had bowel GI related issues, so electrolytes have been affected through the medications there. So a lot of also physical and engagement, interaction. So all of those things are very tiring and physically exhausting for her. I need to have a drink or something. Give you this tablet before you get really too bad, I'm sorry. So before you're unable to swallow, help me. Come on, let me take this, otherwise I'm going to give you other medications. I'm going to give you an anti-nausea. I'm going to give you an anti-nausea. Take this for me first, please. I'm going to pop it in my plate easy for you so you don't drop it, okay? Good girl. Right, I'm going to take this. Have a sip. Trying to get hold of it before she goes totally out neurologically to take oral medications is incredibly difficult. And I'm giving you an anti-nausea now. So, clonazepam 2 milligrams, apply it at 4:17. We're giving ondansetron 4 milligrams sublingual. It's a lead tongue for you. Good girl. So anti-nausea is covered, muscle relaxant is covered. Prepping emergency meds. Emergency meds are ready. Now, her heart rate has actually been very low today, down into the 40s. Oxygen stats have also been flapping around and going into the 80s today. She, just prior to this, was experiencing pain in both left and right hands. We were having some right dystonia, focalized dystonia actions earlier in the day. So we're getting facial activity. So this is the segmented cranial dystonia, the blethrosism that affects into the eyes, oral mandibular which is into the jaw and the masseter muscles. We've got bruxism, which is a grinding action of the jaws and a bit of a sucking action going on simultaneously. Okay, so the muscle medications that I've given you will help you. She was complaining of pain just prior, but that was mainly centralised to both hands. Got right eye closed, left eye semi-open by about 8 mil. Common with the irregularity of the blepharism, so dysmorphic face. She was twitching for probably about 2 minutes, just different spasms of the body earlier, about 3 minutes prior to starting recording. So that was about 4:15. We've got the semi-3 camera. Earlier this morning we've had a couple of absent seizures recorded and noted. Now those absent seizures were whilst she was listening to music, and she realised that she was missing segments of the music, and they'd gone back and investigated why. And we saw that on the camera that she was having a couple of durations of about 8 to 10 second duration absent seizures at that point. In a moment, sweet, I'm sorry. Not in this state, you want to fall over and not be able to maintain balance or walk and hurt yourself, and you might actually have a seizure on the toilet or in transit. So we're just going to wait, I'm sorry. While the blood pressure cuff is pumping, we've also increased furosemide today, an additional 40 milligrams. So that's bringing her to 120 milligrams of furosemide, which is a loop diuretic to relieve the edema. So the edema has been significantly high for the last 3 days. You can see on the iPad just over here the recording coming from the semi-3 camera, which is the camera that's here, consistently recording her throughout the course of the day and night. This is obviously a night camera and a movement sensor camera. But we're having difficulty getting rid of the fluid. Thanks, Bo. Pulse is at 55, so it's heart rate. Blood pressure is 99/64. Now, as Dyan's lying down, we'd expect it to be actually 90 or 85 over about 55. So this is about 10 to 15 basis points, a little bit higher than she normally would be at a full rest position. Okay, left contracture. Four 4:22 p.m. It's unusual for Dyan to do a right side roll. 99.9% of the time she'll only ever left side roll in position. We have to wait for it. Sorry. doing really well, Bubba.
Dummy.
Just applying a bluey just in case of an emergency. Appears to be Syncopal, 4:24 p.m. Just sensing for breath control through. Pulse is weak. It's ready. I'd say 48, 50 beats per minute. It's alright. It's exhausting, isn't it?
My goodness. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is the last one. Come here. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Oh, yucky.
I know you hate medications at the best time, but hey, I'm not going to give you. This is going to help you. This is just medicinal CBD. THC is going to help with your nausea, pain, seizure response. 0.5 mils. I'm coming. Here we go. Side of the mouth. Good girl. Now, I'm not giving a midazolam or a Valium as an emergency ASM at the moment, anti-seizure medication. I'm just trying with the lower stuff. I want to blow her out, so we just want to try and start slow. The clonazepam should be enough to get in front of us. We've already used an additional dosage of eplein sodium valproate in a liquid format this morning. Currently 4:27. .28 p.m. There's a Syncopal, 4:28. both the left and right hands. Feet are fine at this point. Just applying a pulse oximeter. Just preserving the pulse oximetry so that we don't get that flinging around the room. Oxygen stats are at 97, heart rate's at 56. Cycling of the legs quite consistent with dystonia. We're getting facial activities again with segmented dystonia through the TMJ, transmandibular joint, or mandible. Oxygen stats are good, heart rate accelerated obviously with the motor actions, currently at 73. Just going to remove that, I don't want her flinging, so taking that off hand. Full motor legs bilaterally, which you'll see in more of a dystonic storm. Obviously with the hypermobility we're just conscious of hips and or knees being flicked, but we can't restrain, we've just got to try and protect. Good girl. You're trying really hard. Okay. Can't distract the sensation through a tapping activity or neuromuscular facilitation elsewhere. And exhaustion with Syncope, 4:31 p.m. Hi Letitia's Matt here in 204. Can you come on? I've just got Dyan going through a seizure at the moment. Just want you on hand if I need you, please. Thank you very much, please. Just currently in Syncope, 4:34. things with the Velcro's attachment, yeah. Just to make life easy to apply them quickly. I have a tissue. You're okay, just sit down. So I've got Dyan's has been going for about 15 minutes. We've had several seizures, syncope, which is passing out. We've got dystonia. Oxygen sats are at 94, heart rate's at 54. Just correcting the upper torso. Down. Bringing the aircon on, doing an overcoat. You can see the right foot with full inward turn, so we have focalised with resistance, so full focalised dystonia of the right foot. Left foot's not engaged. You can see again full focalised dystonia in hand position, primarily around the thumb joint. Left hand, so right hand's not engaged. So this is all left side activity. No tension through the patella, no tension through the hip. Oxygen stats are at 93, heart rate's consistent at 54. The dystonia remains locked on the left hand side, foot, hand, see the right eye mostly closed, left eye unevenly imbalanced open. You can see some minor movement through the masseter muscles, and there is a lock in the DMJ, so the mouth is actually closed with bruxism, so there's that grinding action going with the teeth at the moment. You can see an irregular blepharism with the right eyebrow is decreased on that side unevenly compared to left motion. You can see the fibrillation coming through the lower lip. Sorry, I'm trying to get this with my camera work. Current time is 4:37. Partial recovery, 4:38. Dystonia intern from the left is coming from the hip with the left foot flexion. Hand tension is relaxing, still some stiffness through the left thumb. Fourth finger coming in even curve. You can see at the moment the masseter muscles just here on the right hand side of the jaw. So we've got jaw subluxation coming through on to the left. It's alright, it's going to pass, Boo. It's okay. You're doing really, really well. Rotation of the toes actually coming more so from the hip. You can see with the patellas both intern. Some relaxation now with release both through the hand. The jaw motion has now ceased. I'd say syncope from this point. Oxygen stats are at 93. Heart rate is a consistent 54 BPM. I'm about to apply emergency meds. Hey, you. Yeah, I get it. 4:40 p.m. You can see the leg motoring movement. Again, we're getting that with the generalised dystonia. So there's a lot of dystonia action that we're seeing. We're seeing focalised dystonia predominantly on the left-hand side between foot and hand. We've seen generalised dystonia, so that's multifocal dystonia when you have more than one point. We're seeing the segmented cranial dystonia in the face, particularly accentuated by an oromandibular. You can see the jaw cheek action going currently now. See this pulsation as the jaw's coming through. See the regularity in the eyes with the blepharism. No tension coming out at the moment through the eyebrows. Ticking. There you go. Current runtime has been going for about 27 minutes. It's currently 4:40 p.m.
No.
Yep, coming up. There'll be pain around the jaw, transmandibular joint, left-hand side predominantly. Oxygen stats are 93, heart rate's consistent 55. If we have another run, we're going to be applying emergency meds. You can see both feet. Relaxed but in turn. No tension through that. You want the blankie or the pillow, Bob? Pillow.
Gone.
I'm hoping it might be gone. We're hitting 27-minute mark. It's 4:41 p.m. First of the major yawns, 4:41. Yawn indications for us obviously are indications of conclusions to seizures. Normally look for 2 or 3 of those sequentially to call that. Oxygen stats are 90, heart rate is 60. And the birds are going off. That's our budgie alarm. Yeah. Room temp is 22.7 currently. External temperature is 28. You can't open your eyes, I'm not surprised. Can you see me okay? Can you see me okay? Good. This eye, your right eye, is the one that's mostly closed. It's not even. Second yawn, 4:43. Come on, give me one more of those yawns and we don't have to do any more medication. Still getting some twitching action is here. Hopefully these are post-seizure actions now.
Tired.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Exhaustion post-seizure is common. Indications of right patella. The patellar subluxation dislocation is very common with 22q, and particularly during a dystonia or a tonic-clonic seizure action. Just applying mild traction. Okay. Feels good now. A little bit more muscle fibrillation on the right side, upper gluteus maximus. Third of the yawn sequences, 4:44. Hopefully calling that a conclusion to seizure. Current oxygen stats are 95, heart rate's 55. I'll take that off with all the ticking action.
these off.
Yeah, I can. That's the Night Watch seizure detection device, which will work on heart rate changes and also a certain amount of movement as an indication. That's gone through to the data that we're recording. Changing the room temperature to 24 below. Body temperature's increased 0.5, so we're now to 37. 37.3 actually, so let's just not get too excited about that. Just removing the emergency mist, haven't had to apply. Yep, taking the 2. Can you wiggle your toes for me? Cool. Full motor motion, bilaterally, no problem. Can you feel my finger sensation going up both legs?
Yep.
Okay, and up high? Yep, cool. Good girl. 4 for yours, 446. Okay, just have a look inside your mouth if you don't mind. Once you finish coughing and spluttering. Ulceration bite on the left hand side mid. Previous post on the right. Nothing in the high palate. Some indication of blood in the lower palate. You sore in the mouth?
I can't feel it.
Okay, no worries. How's your jaw feeling? So is it out? Let's have a look at your alignment.
Yeah, my teeth are lining up.
No, your teeth are not lining up at all. Let's get you straight. Wiggle your jaw just open, please. That's it. I get you. That was right side, TMJ. Now it's got subluxations of both sides of that jawbone, right into the transmandibular joint. Okay, overbite. Good. Okay, no problems there. Happy campers on that one. Okay, current time is 4:47 p.m. whilst Dyan's recovering. Let's have a quick little synopsis. Were we expecting that? Yeah, high probability for both yesterday and today. We're at really a 90-95% percentile chance of something occurring. Key contributors: external temperature and perf has been very warm. Sleep, poor quality sleep the last few nights, 4 nights really, and early morning rising. Indications of migraines: 3 days of migraines. Migraines tend to be pre-ictal for Dyan into seizure mentality, so we've certainly had that. Bowel medications and issues around that, changing electrolyte status. Overexertion, too peoply, being autistic, having 22q level 0.2 deletion syndrome, engaging too much of a fatiguing condition is exhausting. They all contribute to that. There's been a bit of a reduction in the food intake along the way, so that reduction is in energy. Pain levels have been spiked. Really struggling, to be honest, in that sort of sense. So there's been other indications of irritability along with that, trying to deal and cope. So in this particular episode, it's more dystonia in action. So we've seen generalized dystonia with the motoring of the legs. We've seen focalized dystonia both in the left foot, left hand, fixed held contraction positions. 2 points of focal, so it's multifocal dystonia. In the face, we're seeing a multi-segmented cranial dystonia. So you're seeing the jaw doing jutting, fibrillation of the muscles, engaging both the TMJ, so it's the oromandibular. Bruxism, which is that grinding of the teeth. Blepharism, where the eyes might be involved, doing different weird posturing, movement, or holding in positioning. So that's the segmented cranial dystonia component. We've seen for Dyan heart rate has been quite low, so, and also spiking quite high today. So in our graphs we've seen dropping into the 40s and going up into the 118. So all in bed, resting, not doing anything. Oxygen stats have been in the 80s, which also has been a bit of a struggle for her. Key to this we've found is we've had to increase also the medications for the furosemide, extra 40 milligrams, so bring that up to 120 milligrams. Can't get rid of the water weight, so I don't think the heart's working particularly well in this case, and the stockings, the compression stockings, have actually been feeling very tight and difficult to maintain. The longer they've been held, the more impact on breathing correlating to that. She's now going to relax and just subdue and take it easy. The medications that I've given will help relax her muscularly. I haven't had to apply midazolam or a Valium injectable, so that's good. So I haven't gone to the high guns of the ASMs. We're at that peak, we're almost at that 30-minute point, so that was lucky not to have to deal with and apply that. But she's going to be exhausted, sore in a couple of points, so she's indicated a bit of a subluxation in the right patella. That's quite common with patients with 22q. Mandibular, transmandibular joint here, subluxation, that's now popped back in, and that was causing the underbite and the jaw dislocation, so that would have been sore for her. A couple of little bites inside. You don't always bite or graze the inside of your teeth with your tongue or your cheek or lips during seizures. It only occurs, I think, in about 37% of cases from memory, so it's not a common thing to actually occur. She had wanted to go to the toilet. There's a sense of urgency. She didn't, hence why the application of the bodily. But again, that urge and urgency can sometimes occur during seizures, so that's all covered as well. She's now going to rest and recover. Remember, the information that we're giving is not medical advice for you. You go and see your own medical practitioner, primary care physician, or general specialist. This is just Dyan's life as a patient with 22q, a chromosomal disorder, where she has a micro deletion on the long arm of the 22nd chromosome. That means she's missing 3 million DNA building blocks, 30 to 40 odd genes, and of course that goes throughout her entire body, affecting about 180, 185 different essential symptoms clinically that she can possibly have. If you've met one person with 22q, you've only met one person with 22q. Everybody is different on the spectrum of conditions, and this is Dyan's journey. Clinical notes, and that's what we use the video. Thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up, comments, questions, ideas and suggestions below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you on another episode real soon. Bye for now.